Within the broader series, this episode examines the crucial role of manufacturing execution systems in enhancing operational efficiency and driving smarter production strategies. Joining us now is Mr. Eric Goddard, CIO of Forvia, offering his unique insights as a leader driving digital transformation across a global enterprise. Let's dive into this episode, Pragmatic Approach to MES, Balancing Efficiency and Flexibility.
You mentioned about MES, and that's another good topic. If you look at our clients, almost all of them are running several MES. Some have half a dozen, some have dozens. It's depending on who you talk to. They all have one in place. In fact, it's not one. They all have many MES, in their factory. So, and there's always an intention or a dream that it should be, or it could be streamlined to less MES, maybe one, or have a convergence strategy. And very few corporations, I have to say, were successful at that. But when it comes to rolling out new platform and maintaining and all this, it would be obviously much easier to have only one for all. But the world right now doesn't work like that. I mean, what is your view on the whole MES, standardization and all of that?
Yeah, good point. MES, as you know, as you explained, by the way, MES is a bit a special animal. This is very critical. This is always a bit complex, always a bit depending on the layout of the plants or whatever. You know as well, Forvia, and you know us quite well, and you know that we're a bit obsessed by standardization and industrialization. And that's why we have decided that we would go for one MES. When I say one MES, it's one architecture, one system. It does not mean that we are not a bit flexible depending on the features which are needed, depending on the plans. But all in all, we have one solution. We are using we are using the MIA, the ME from SAP. Environment, and all of that is very standard, and this is creating a lot of value, because when you want to implement a new feature, if you do that in one system, the deployment is quite easy. You know that it will work everywhere almost at the same time. You just need to manage the change and to manage the training, and that's it. But in terms of deployment, it's easy. So the value of having one MES system is great. Honestly, we did that during our SAP global program. You know that, Jean-Yves? And honestly, I'm really proud of that, because now it's recognized now in the company that we have created a lot of value around this. But once again, I will be back to my pragmatic approach. We bought, some years ago, we bought Ella. Ella is, let's say, arriving with new business. For instance, electronic business. And Ella, not only Ella, by the way, we bought Ella and Clarion. Both of them are arriving with this electronic business. This is a new business for the company. And we have decided that for this electronic business, we will use the current Ella MES solution, because the processes are so different. When you compare the standard processes we have today and the electronic business, this is very different. And in this case, it would not make sense to force the standard and to say, I really want the same everywhere. It would create lots of constraints and very limited value. So in the end, we will go towards MES environment for a group of 160,000 employees. I think it's still acceptable.
Yeah, at the end, it's all common sense, as it has to make sense for the business. So the conclusion is yes, there's value to have one, but if you're dealing with several different type of business, then you have to acknowledge that and adjust accordingly.
Yeah, that's the point. And so all in all, but you know that in the IT environment, we always need to consider the environment in which we are, and then we make the right decision. And not because my neighbor did that, I need to do the same. Maybe yes, maybe not. We really need to evaluate the value.
Absolutely.
Join us again next time as we continue exploring trends shaping the automotive sector, in our series, Driving the Future. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to Eric for his insights. Stay tuned for more great discussions. Visit our website for updates. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything. Thank you.